Hi friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with the Transport Fever 2 Mainline, and I'm set up here waiting for a train to come past. I do this occasionally, and the view's usually worth it, but it's the timing that is the unpredictable element, and you know, you hope that it's going to line up. Obviously I could re-record this kind of stuff after I've got the footage in place so that it matches up neatly. But no, I find that that, you know, showing you a little bit behind the wizard's curtain of exactly how these things are put together is far more something. Anyway, it's the lumber train that we're waiting for, and hark, I believe we can kissed it. There, Gus, ye olde English done there. There he is, way with a good chunk of wood going on. This should pay off quite handsomely upon arrival. Well, I know it's going to pay off quite handsomely. This is currently the top earning service, having made 638,000 this year. Thank you very much. That's really rather super of you. And as you can see from the bank account here, I've got 6 million in the bank and no loan. Well, that simply will not do. We should have to spend that. Yes, as projected last time around, we will be spending it. I've got a route in mind. Boy, it's going to be an interesting one. So we're gonna kick off from Silent Hill, and I did say we were going to go via Grazer Ridge. So we'll go Silent Hill down to Grazer Ridge, then we'll cut across the river here, and something, and then round the outside of this bit of hill, cut down there and end up in Shermer. I'm going to try and do that within the space of the next 20 minutes or so. Yeah. So you can expect some very, very high levels of attention to be paid to the track building. Right, let's get on with it. Here we go. Right, let's run you. Oh, well, it started off well, hasn't it? I mean, look, we've got flaming slope-based nonsense going on right from the get-go. We're aiming for this here, which I thought was a gap, but from this angle it doesn't really appear to be a gap. No, and I want you to stay more or less flat if at all possible, sunshine, because we've got quite a lot of manoeuvring ahead of us in our future. Right, okay, let's go. I haven't got time to be mucking about with this because I want to run a train at least after we've done all of this caper. All right, keep going downhill if you must, but we're about to go uphill, so you know that's going to render all of that good downhill based work rather redundant, isn't it? Okay, well, it's looking relatively neat and orderly at the moment. Yeah, I don't know what's going to come up here. Is there a gap between these two hills? Let's have a look. No. Okay, all right, well, look, let's think this through. No, I think a cheeky tunnel here, that would actually, that's a short enough tunnel that it should be quite enthralling. As much as my aim over the course of this particular endeavour is to provide several, if not many, interesting view-based whatnots, routes. Yeah, I mean that's certainly the aim. What do you think about that? I think it's tolerable, you know. Okay, what are we doing? We're going downhill gently. Yes, once you get to the other side. Yeah, have we got more downhill to go? Yes. Okay, well in that case, let's not have this viaduct. And then you pick up on what you were saying a moment ago. So, as much as the one of the kind of primary aims of this playthrough is to create some routes that are really quite nice to look at. At the same time, the occasional cheeky tunnel, it kind of makes sense to do when you've got nothing really to look at. I mean, I could have quite easily gone round the outside of the hill here and stayed on the same level, but you'd just be looking at this majestic riverside view with all the comings and goings that were coming and going. Yeah, stuff that. Instead, you've built what could arguably be described as a straight line drawn freehand without a ruler. Yeah, no, that's good. That's fine. Right, okay, we're at Grazer Ridge. which means I now need to hook a 90 round to the right. Yes, while giving us room enough to plop a station in there for passenger-based activities. Yeah, that's okay. That's all good. Yeah, we'll come around here like this. I'll do something tidier with that level crossing in a moment. Oh, it's nice having so much money that you just don't care. Yeah. No, that's it. They say, look, I've already won the economic game. That's it. I've won. Victory is mine. Victory is mine. I'm making enough cash now that I can build with no real due care and attention. I know. Yeah, you're going, oh yeah, it's like you always build with due care and attention. And I go, you cheeky young scamp, how dare you? Well, you know what's quite cool? That I'm going to have to revisit this bridge and build it out of something else if I want to go faster over it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I know, because we're the same person. Right. Yeah, that's sound. All right, yeah, go on. That's rubbish. Yeah, it is. I mean, replacing the bridge is one thing, but you know, getting the angle wrong from the get-go is not going to do the job. There we go. We'll do a bit of that. Smashing. Now, I know I just deleted some track, but here's the thing: is that the tracks that I'm going to keep in place will, you know, when I've built the wrong bit of track, are going to be when I've set off in a direction and then changed my mind, rather than I'm trying to do something and just got it a bit wrong. And you got another tunnel there. Are you pleased with that? I think pleased is a bit of a tricky concept on this front. You've got to get out to Mega City 1. Yeah, no, I think we're looking for a gulf here rather than a tunnel. A channel, a canyon, a chasm of note and report. Let's something like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Carry on. Where are we going now? We're going to go out here and then around the edge. Why not? Look, going out and around the edge. That's just excessive route for the sake of an excessive route. Why not just fling it through that hillside and go there in a more kind of a direct fashion? Yeah. No, I know I said I was going to do this in 20 minutes, but I'll be done in about another 2.5 at this rate. But that's okay, because the exciting thing that we get to set up is all of the stations and whatnot that are going to hang off this. The only thing I won't have probably is money enough to do all of the trains that will then be viable for me to add to this route. Although we'll give it a solidly good go, I don't think we're going to succeed on that front. Anyway, we've got round the corner. Now we'll stick a station in. Building, station, cargo, passenger, please. Passenger station. Double track it. We're at that stage now, I think. And then just, yeah, sure, attach it to that bit of road. We'll neaten this up in due course. And I think that's how that's how I've got it framed in my mind at the moment. Is I'll start out just trying to complete the circuit, and I'll do that in a kind of bitty fashion, and we'll get there eventually. And then when I go around and do it quote unquote properly and start hooking up all of the different good services that we've got, I will then pay attention to the stations that are already set up and make them look a little bit more, a bit more pretty. Now that's going to cost me a fortune because I'll be bulldozing quite merrily along the way there, but merry bulldozing is rather the hallmark of this channel. Right, there we go. That's that built, and it's more or less as I plan to build it. So we've gone down from Silent Hill out to Grazer Ridge. Mega City 1 is within reach, as is Utopia Planitia. And then you've got Sherma down as a destination. And that means that the line construction so far runs from Atlantis round by Pix Creek. Okay, yeah, all right. We're getting some there. How much of the map do you think you've done? I don't know, somewhere between about a sixth and a quarter, I reckon. So a fifth. Sure, yeah, that's as good a measure as any. Yeah. All right, smashing. Now, Mega City 1 is the only town on the map that has the highest growth capability. Are we going to want to go further than that? Yes, we are. Okay, well, how about a nice riverside station? Riverside stations are great. The only downside to a riverside station is that you are limiting your growth. You don't have the opportunity to grow on both sides of the station, which means your catchment, you're halving your catchment opportunities. Okay, well, what are you going to do about that? I know exactly what I'm going to do, and it's going to involve a minor expense at this stage of proceedings, but it's going to be all right. I'm actually going to build a longer station here this time, straight from the get-go. Yeah. Something along these lines, like that. Yep. Okay, cool. Get rid of that. Pause it before the AI can jump straight back in again, because you know what it's like. They go, oh, that would be a good place for a road. Well, you mean rather like the road that I just demolished? Yes, it probably would be, but I demolished it for good reason. And that's because the progress is coming through town. Oh, the progress, you say? Oh, yeah. I'm bringing all the progress straight to you. Hot off the progress printing presses. Right, around the cut. Actually, crowflies it and see what we get. It gives you a 50 to start with. Yeah, but you're on final approach by that point. You should be all right. Okay, all right. So that's, I guess, moderately interesting. Maybe. Anyway, from here, I want to push on down to Gotham and beyond, which means that I can then just nuke all of this lot and go straight up there. And because I've got an established stop here, it's just a minor stop. Yeah, all right. I could do something with the minor stop as well, but I'm not going to. But I do now have the opportunity to create a route that stops at Megacity 1, which is quite jolly, in my opinion. Furthermore, what's going on with this road? Hey, it's hideous, but other than that, it's fine. Furthermore, I have the opportunity to stick another station in at Grazer Ridge, which is also going to want to go that way in order to get a bit of Port Miggins action. Although, if I were to build it right next to this hideous curve, I like it. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Right. Okay. Now, a lot of these passenger stations, because we're going to have freight passenger. If not on exactly the same line, then certainly sharing some infrastructure. But by doing it like this, it will mean that when it comes time to actually freight up and get a mainline rolling, then I will need to kind of tear down and rebuild these stations, which I'm very comfortable with. Or at least, work with the station replan expansion toolette, which I'm also very comfortable with. Right, there you go. I've got tendrils. Yep. Now build it this way. Let's not worry too much about the fact that road is an eyesore, the likes of which nobody should ever have to look at. Yeah, let's not fret about that one. Let's leave it alone. And that's all good. Right, let's change the approach vector that we have going on here. There you go. That should give us a relatively tidy approach. Come on, up you come. I don't know what I'm doing as far as 2 tracking is concerned, but that can wait for in a minute. Or maybe a couple of minutes. But either way, it's not a now problem. That's tomorrow me's problem. Right, yeah? Something like that? I mean, it's going to be ugly, but yes. Yeah. I mean, I'll de-uglify some of this. If I end up taking a slightly different path to the one that I've got here, I will leave this original stuff intact. Just as a warning to others that these things can happen if you let it get out of hand. So, we could now run a point-to-point service that takes in Grazer Ridge and heads all the way down to Megacity 1. I could then, if I were so inclined, run a service out of Megacity 1 to UP and or Sherma. And or both, potentially. Yeah, all right. I like that. That's moderately interesting. Yeah. It makes a little bit more sense of having both these tracks occupied. Well, where are you going to go? I reckon we take it to UP. Okay. How are you going to do that? I'm going to do something bold and wizardly. Okay. There you go. Right. Bold and wizardly. Yep. That's what we're doing. So if I get this right, we'll be able to hop straight over that gully with some kind of bridge-type paraphernalia, like this. It's disappointing when it goes fine immediately. Although, that pillar's a little bit strenuous. But beyond that, I'm quite... I'm okay with that. That's fine. It would be nicer if it was a little bit not quite as high. A little bit not quite as high, okay. You can't get away with that. No. You know what would be better? Do the bridge separately? Yeah. You've got the angle. Yeah. So we could keep that more or less straight. Like that. Yeah. Can I knock out the... No. Okay. Just a thought. Just because it doesn't feel safe, you know? That's the only real reason for doing it. Now, sometimes you can get the pillars to move. If you give it a little bit of a... But it's not. See, it doesn't seem to be playing ball. Not at the moment. Yeah, no. I think you're stuck with that. If that's the angle you want, that's what you're getting. Okay. All right. That's fine. All right. Then hook this up with that, like so. Like so. There you are. Yeah. And then we're going to have trains crossing over trains. Oh, it's chaos and highly engaging. Right, now, I don't believe I'm making use of any of the materials we've got over here at the moment, so I'm going to kill this road. Because second to bulldozing charming older ladies' pie shops, my favouriteest thing to do in the world is just delete roads. And no, it's not because where we're going we don't need roads. No, it's because I'm not building any roads if I can help it. So we're going to go with a little single track, happy-go-lucky, relatively short terminus here, which I shall plough into a centralised segment of the town by taking out someone's business. They won't mind. 600 grand. Yes, that's a bit expensive. We're at a point now where a bit expensive, it doesn't really mean so much to me. I've got 10 million quid, and I think I've possibly got 2 or 3 passenger routes to set up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. How's that looking? Well, it looks like a bit of train track. Yeah, but you see, I want to run mostly coastal, or certainly within view of the coast, so that passengers riding it will be all, oh, look, Timmy, you can see the sea. Yeah, I know. You've been able to see the sea for the last 20 minutes, Mum. It's just as magnificent as it was then. I need 263 grand to do that. All right. Well, I'll just twiddle my thumbs for the next couple of minutes, and then we should be good to go. In fact, I'll just poise over the trigger, ready to make it happen. There you go. Right. Okay, well, that's my starting slush fund used up, and I imagine that's gone a little bit roller coaster. Actually, it hasn't. It's gone fine mostly, apart from this bit, which you didn't need to dip down quite so much. Nah, that's fine. Good. Yeah. Super. Right, so what are we talking about here? We're talking, whatever that's called, Silent Hill. I might even extend the Silent Hill original route, but I don't know. Silent Hill, Grazer Ridge, Megacity 1, and back again. I'll then do a second service that is Megacity 1 out to Utopia Planitia, and back again. I will then put in some points about... Oh, crumbs. Where are you going to put these? It's a good question. Yeah. Have you got a good answer? No. Oh, hold on. I might have. All right. Okay. Go on then. Well, if I could turn this into some kind of cascadey junction. No, that's not allowed, Gov. It's a shame. Yeah, I know, but I mean, the game will do a lot with track building, but there's some things where it just kind of goes, no, we're not ready for that. You go, oh, okay then. So we'll head out this way, and there should be a bit of train track over here somewhere. Should be. Oh, there you go. See, look, and just something like that. This is purely to allow ingress from my existing rail depot onto that route. What do you think? I think, you know, with a little bit more development there, that could be quite an elegant junction. Well, if you consider that each one of these is going to need some kind of freight capability, and that we're going to need to double track quite a lot of it, I think we'll start the double tracking once we're over the other side of the bridge for now. Then, yeah, this could be quite a handsome multi-splayed junction kind of a thing. Multi-splayed? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no single splayage going on here. No, sir. Right. What about Sherma? Are they getting to join the party as well? Well, yes. All right. How? Yeah. Well, look. Here's the thing: is that we've got more to do. Oh, you're making excuses now. Yeah, we've got more to do, and therefore we can refine this service later on. I just want to get this kind of rolling with like 2-3 new lines, and then it'll be great. Okay, all right. Let's get to work then. Yeah. Ooh, crikey, just not sure what I'm doing. Yeah. I mean, this is making good money. Yeah, it is. But it could be making gooder money, couldn't it? Gooder. Yeah, gooder. All right. Okay, now we're doing it. Right. So from Silent Hill, we are going to go down as far as Razor Ridge. Okay. All right. And then we are going to go to MCO. Okay. Now, we don't have a junction to take us any further than that, so that's your lot, sunshine. Okay, well, back to Razor Ridge then. And then, hello, Jeff. And then back to the hill. Razor Ridge, yes, back to the hill. Then back to... Yeah, yes, Jeff, what? What is it? I'm in the middle of something, Jeff. No. Please don't do that to the carpet. Yes. Come here. Sorry, I'll be with you in a moment. Jeff. All right, well, just chill. There's nothing going on, Jeff. Yeah, no, there isn't. Yeah, you can poke in around that, but it's probably not entirely safe. Yeah, you'll be fine. No, I'm exaggerating for effect. Please don't do that to the carpet. Right, so, yes, we're then back to Razor Ridge, up to Silent Hill, up to Pix Creek, and then back to Silent Hill. So this is a beefy old route, which means that I'm definitely going to need some double tracking and probably 4 trains on this. Ooh, yeah. And if that doesn't completely hammer the remains of my budget, it's going to completely hammer the remains of your budget. This now needs a new title, which we're going to call what? We're going to call this the Rail Intercity. Afraid so. Mainline. We're bringing it out right now. It's happening because this is running the mainline route. Now, I don't want to get into a position where all of my trains are simply following the mainline. There's no fun in that. What I'm planning to do is have the trains, the passenger trains, run a local service. There won't be a train that you can get on that will take you the entire distance of the map. Because firstly, it won't work. You won't make any money off that in the slightest. You'll end up with bottlenecks of passengers all over the joint, and that's a disaster waiting to happen. So instead, yeah, they'll run local services, and if I can get some nice long runs established as well, I bet a single track list, didn't I? Nope. I'm flipping heck, I'm good. Well, you're not. You're lucky. Oh, cheers. Yeah, no, and with a couple of nice long routes for some proper high-speed stuff. Yeah, this really is an atrocious piece of track building. I think you could say that about all your track building at the moment. Yeah. And indeed ever. Oh, hush. There's no need to be quite so critical. Yes, you can go and watch someone dryly, talking about and perfecting the angle here while using the gradient map is the absolute way to efficiency. And I find that using this gradient control key really does make a difference. But then they don't end up with stuff that looks like this. Huh? Yeah. No, I mean, those people are out there. And you're welcome to go watch. That's not what we do here. This is... I've got 20 minutes to knock out a bit of game. I could either do 6 feet of track and agonise with my protractor and my slide rule over getting the angles right, or I can just wang it in and watch it work. Well, guess what, kids? This is the wang it in and watch it work channel, and it's put me in good stead so far. Yeah. You want someone with a protractor and a slide rule, others are available. Right. Anyway, I digress. Rather than talking about competition that doesn't actually exist, because there isn't any. Onwards. Really? We're going to double track all of this? I think that might be overkill. It's going to need it at some point, so we might as well do it now. I've got the cash. You have got to buy some trains, though. Fair point. Well made. Right. Now, I've been to the old Steam workshop and picked up a couple of new candidates. I've no idea if they're going to be suited to this or not. So we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? We won't be waiting to see very long. I'll get to that in the next minute or so. Alright. Okay, so I now need to evaluate. Obviously, there needs to be signals all over that joint. Right. Pix Creek. Yeah. Down to Silent Hill. That's single track apart from a little bit of double track that you've got up there, and I'm not sure if we use that or not. Doesn't matter. Silent Hill, yeah, is double tracked all the way to the bridge before Mega City 1. Yeah, and that's as far as we go at the moment. Oh, okay, that's not so bad then. So what are you talking about? Well, you could have 4 trains in there, but you're going to end up with people waiting at flaming signals forever. I think I want 4 trains in total, possibly 6, but we'll start with 4 and see where it gets us. Right, 1 time signal, please, Gov. There we go. Right, and then let's turn this into some one-way business, and we'll do another bit over here. Yeah, I know. It's cheesed off because I'm building the track after setting the route. If you want the routes to just upgrade automatically, then build the track, put the signals in, and then upgrade your route. And that way it will auto-adapt to the rules of the rail as you've got them set. So the route right now, as I have it, is a little bit perplexed because it's trying to go into a platform it no longer has access to because of these one-way signals. It's okay, it happens. Although, spookily enough, you are currently on the correct side of the track. Well done, you. Right. Now, if there's a signal further up there, this is going to end in drama. Let's hope there isn't. Right, manage the line. Yeah. Grazer Ridge is the one with the attitude problem. Okay, so we're going down here and we want to come out on Plat 2. Please? Like that. And then you can come back on Plat 1 and that will be all super. Okay, now I closed that window rather prematurely because we're going to need a couple more of those fellas. Where are you? Come to me. I say a couple more. I think the idea of 6 was actually possibly quite a good one. Now then, I did order... let's go. I don't want to clone you just yet. Edit the selected vehicle. Yes. I ordered a few more trains. I've gone El Espanol and got me some Renfis, which is. I see that felt like a Renfi to me. No, I think it's going to be these naught numbers. Here you go. This Spanish. Okay, 60 kilometers an hour. Nice little tank engine kind of a deal. Or the Andalusian Railway, which does 70. Ooh, good at mountain lines. Yes. It's not that expensive. This will only do 65. Right. Is that... No, we got another one. This will also only do 65. I think we'll take the 70 kilometre an hour number. Yeah, right. Get rid of that. Don't need it. Now, someone had a very sensible idea, which was, if it's going to be running backwards on occasion, make it look like it's intentional. So if we stick the loco at the wrong end, as it were, so it's pushing the wagons, pushing the carriages, but it is at least You know, you could do a tank engine here and that would actually look slightly more authentic. You're not wrong. Okay, we'll do that. 55 capacity, modified for 785 grand. Seems a bit expensive, but okay. And then I want more of those. I didn't see how much it cost in total. So I'm going to... Let's crank the loan up. Yeah, 10 million. And then let's see how many more... It's disappeared. Yeah, because it does that. It goes, oh, you don't want that anymore. It tries to make it so you've only got one window open at a time. There you go. So you'll end up with something like this instead, which looks far more authentic. You know? Does to me. I watched a lot of Thomas the Tank Engine. Well, I didn't, because it wasn't around when I was a child. I read a lot of Thomas the Tank Engine, and I've seen them doing this. That's the thing I've seen them do. That's all the expertise I need. Right, manage vehicles. Yeah. Another one, please. Yeah. Another one, please. Yeah. Can I afford one more? Yeah. Am I now skint? Yeah. Cool. Right, 4. I knew 4 was the right number to go for. And that will largely bring us to the end of the show. Because, well, I'm out of money, so I'm going to have to wait until I've got a bit more money, and then we'll crack on with the next thing. And also, this is not exactly going to be the most profitable thing you've ever run, and I'm not entirely sure Grazer Ridge is actually hooked up to the station. Surely it is. No, it's not. Okay, well, that's not going to be the biggest earner you've ever seen in your life, then, is it? Ah, no. Yeah, and I'm out of money, and I haven't actually got any loan capacity available to do anything about that. Ah, well, we'll have. I've been Colonel Failure, everybody. Stick around for more. There you go. Road. Now, pronto. Yeah, all right. I'm prontoing. Yeah, get in there. That's it. We've got tendrils all over the place, and that is the most disgusting piece of road I've ever seen. Look at this. I might use it for the thumbnail. And then, you know, a picture of me doing a thumbs up, going, good enough. You know what? You'll know whether I did that or not, or whether I used a pleasing shot of that little tank engine doing its business. Yeah. You're all telling me in the comments now it's not a tank engine. Whatever. I'll see you for the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.